Hey Browns fans, Nathan Zegura here with another edition of the Browns Position Previews brought to you by Paramount Advantage. And today we're going to look at the tight ends. You know they play a huge role in Kevin Stefanski's offense, and this is a position like every other one on offense where we're just running it back. All four tight ends who contributed a year ago are back with the Browns. A couple hopefuls trying to break into that mix, but let's take a look at the starters. You know it is Austin Hooper, the two-time Pro Bowler, the big free agent signing from a year ago, brought to the Browns from the Atlanta Falcons. 46 catches, 435 yards, and 4 touchdowns, which were second most on the team. He was so reliable, third downs, fourth downs, and got better as the year went on. Big games late in the season against the Jets, the Steelers, the playoff when he caught a touchdown there, had that fourth down catch against the Chiefs. I expect him to have even bigger numbers this year. But last year, even though Hoop didn't put up those Pro Bowl numbers, his role cannot be overstated. Not only as a pass catcher, but as a blocker and someone who really helped in the ground game, paving holes and paving the way for guys like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Joining Hooper, the other likely starter, David Njoku, the Chief, the former first-round pick of the Browns entering his 5th season. And boy, he has all the tools you want to be a dominant #1 tight end. The size, the speed, the leaping ability. And like Hooper, Chief got better as the year went on. In fact, when you get to the playoffs, it was the Chief who led all the Browns tight ends with nearly 60 yards receiving in that playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year, only 19 catches, 213 yards, and the 2 touchdowns, but was huge as a blocker, and I expect his role to grow in 2021. Rounding out the room was last year's 4th-round pick, Harrison Bryant, who had a very strong start to his rookie season, but for many, maybe hit a little bit of a rookie wall there as the season went on. Still, on the year, Bryant, 24 catches, 238 yards, and 3 touchdowns. A great route runner, a natural receiver of the football, and somebody who, again, could take a big leap this year. And this is the problem, because you're saying, wait a second, we had all those running backs. They need the football. All the receivers we've talked about, they need the football. All these tight ends who also need the football, yet there's only one ball to go around. I just think everybody's going to be very efficient with their opportunities. Again, so much talent here in the tight end room, and Bryant is somebody who has every ability to become a starter in the National Football League. The 4th tight end last year, it was Steve Carlson. Stiff Arm Steve, as I like to call him, a guy who does whatever the team needs. Come in some 3 tight end sets and block. Be the hands team on those onside kick recoveries, and he had a huge one to seal a Browns win this year. So those are the 4. The other 2 tight ends in camp trying to compete for a spot. First off, we have Jordan Franks, who has been with Cincinnati and Philadelphia before joining the Browns practice squad in 2020. He has 2 career catches for 37 yards. And the Browns also added Connor Davis in his first year. 6'8", a massive tight end out of Stony Brook, who spent some time on the Jets practice squad and in the XFL. It's likely the Browns are going to run back the 4 tight ends they had a year ago. It is a very good group, but there will be competition, I think, pushing Steve Carlson, but I like what I've seen from him. He knows the playbook. He is reliable and always gets the job done. Another good room on offense, Coach Drew Petzing. He gets to work with the same guys again, and it's going to be an exciting room because it's key in what we do. And one of the things that will be interesting, do the Browns continue to run so many 2 tight end sets, or do they get more wide receiver talent and speed on the field, more 3 receiver sets? That's something really to keep an eye on here in training camp and as we get in to the 2021 season. That's a look at our tight ends here in the Browns Position Preview, brought to you by Paramount Advantage.